All right, so we are looking right now at today's notes, which is about standard form. Again, this is all talking about standard form stuff that you've already known. And we're going to write these equations that are in vertex form in standard form. Okay? So we are not graphing the quadratic function, sorry. We're just writing this in standard form. And so we know standard form again is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, which is right up there. Okay? So this is in vertex form. It's nice because I can see what the vertex is right away. But I want it to be in standard form. So you guys get that x minus 2 squared means there's 2 of them, right? So this is the same thing as going 3 times x minus 2 times x minus 2 plus 5. Okay, so there's 2 of those. So some of you guys have done foiling before, and some of you have done the box method. I like the box method. So I draw myself a fun little square, make it a box like this. I go x minus 2 and x minus 2. Those of you who have your phones out, if you could put them away. I'm doing number 1 for these notes right now. Please write this down. Okay. X times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. Okay? So, do you guys see that these are both like terms? They both just have an x with it? Okay. So, I'm going to rewrite this now as 3 times x squared. And negative 2x and negative 2x is negative 4x. Plus 4 plus 5 at the end. So I shouldn't hear anybody's phone because it should not be playing. Should be writing this down, asking questions. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute that 3. Okay. And I'm left with 3x squared minus 12x plus 12 plus 5. And 12 plus 5, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I end up with 3x squared minus 12x plus 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? Now that is f of x equals this. That is in standard form. You could say y equals instead of f of x. That's fine. Yep. Okay. Yes. Yes. It's hard to read, but it is plus 17. Okay. Let's do B together. All right. So the first thing I see is this x squared here. So if you guys don't like the box method, if you like FOIL or a different one, that's fine. I find the box method the easiest because it like keeps me organized and my handwriting's a little messy and it keeps it neat. So remember with the box method, you have 2 numbers and they're added together that are different terms. And I'm squaring this, so there's 2 of them. So I've got x and 6 and x and 6. X times x is x squared. X times 6 is 6x. X times 6 is 6x. 6 times 6 is 36. So then I'm going to go 5 times x squared. What is 6x plus 6x? 12x. Plus 36 minus 1 on this outside. What is my next step? I'm going to walk around right now and take people's phones. I can hear your music playing. You need to turn it off. You should be learning right now. Do not want your phone to get taken and put in my pocket for the rest of the hour. Okay, Now I'm going to distribute 5. And I get 5x squared plus 60x plus 180 minus 1. So then I will just combine these two like terms at the end. 5x squared plus 60x plus 179. And that's what f of x equals or what y equals. That is now in standard form. You could put y equals if you don't want to. Yes. Yep. And this is important because we're going to have to do it the other way later. So I wanted to show you the easier way, and then next week I'm going to show you how to take standard form to vertex form. Okay? All right. So let's look at C. We have x plus 4 and x plus 4, and we're multiplying them together. X times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. X times 4 is 4x. What's 4 times 4? 16. So my first step is to do anything that's being squared. Okay? Then I'm going to rewrite it. X squared, I've got 4x and 4x, so what does that make, guys? 8x. So I've got x squared plus 8x plus 16, and then that minus 7 at the end. Now I'm going to distribute the negative 2, and I get negative 2x squared minus 16, x, minus 32 minus 7. Okay? So that gives me negative 2x squared minus 16x, 32 through 3 through 4 through 5 through 6 through 7, 38, 39. And we have f of x equals that. Okay, D is pretty easy. Why don't you guys try D on your own? I'm just going to give you a minute. I'm going to work on it while you work on it. And then we'll come back. Guys, let me know when you're done. You guys ready? You should have gotten x squared minus 2x plus 1. Questions? Okay, there's one more thing we're going to learn. It's almost the exact same thing. It's if we have it in factored form, can we put it in standard? And this is important because next week we're going to take standard form and get it to factored form. We like it in factored form because they tell us right away what the x-intercepts are. These are like the opposite of the x-intercept. So it crosses the x-axis at 3 and at negative 2. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is I like to build the box. Again, you can go first, outside, inside, last, if you like that one better. I have trouble keeping track of FOIL, so I like it more like this, where I have x negative 3 and x plus 2. But I learned this when I was in high school. There was nobody taught me the box method in high school. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. And negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. This gives me f of x equals x squared. What's negative 3x plus 2x? Negative 1x minus 6. That's it. Yep. So for part B, we're going to do the same thing. Again, I like that box method, x negative 3, x plus 2, but you could also use foiling. X times x is x squared. What's x times 2? 2x. What's negative 6 times x? What's negative 6 times 2? Okay, so I'm going to have that 3 on the outside, and then the inside I'm going to have what? Yep. You got it. 4x. Okay, and then we're going to distribute, correct? Make sure you're distributing to everything, not just the first one. 3x squared minus 12x minus 36. And f of x equals that. And that is in standard form. Okay. Your homework is you've got 12 problems that look like vertex form, so they look like the front. And you've got 10 problems that look like the back. They're all in factored form. You just got to multiply them all out. Okay? That is what we're doing for the rest of the hour.